Hey, this is Gopi Krishna, Ur16Cs075, and this is C Lab Experiment number 8, Inheritance. So I'll be explaining two programs today. The first one will be for single inheritance, and the second program will be for multi-level inheritance. So with the first program, we start using the hash include IOStream using namespace std. Then we create a class named musicians. Now under public, we create the following functions: void strings, that is for the string instruments. We create a string array of size 5 and we give the following input: veena, guitar, sitar, sarod and mandolin. Now we use a for loop where we initialize integer I equal to 0, I less than 5 and increment I, and give out cout as ARR of I. Now it displays all the elements that are present in the string array. Now we create another function void wind, which is for the wind instruments. Now we create a string array of size 5 and give the following inputs: flute, clarinet, saxophone, nadoswaram and piccolo. Now again we use a for loop to display each one of them. And we create another function void perc, that is for the percussion instruments. We create a string array of size 5 and we give the following inputs: tabla, mridangam, bangos, drums and tambour. Now we use a for loop to display each one of these items. Now we create another class which is inherited from the base class, hence this is called our derived class, which is of public from the public of the base class, which means that the public of the base class now becomes public of the derived class. Now under public of the derived class, we create a following function, that is void get. We will initialize an integer variable x. We use an infinite while loop to give the following statement: and the type of instrument to be displayed: 1 strings, 2 wind, 3 percussion. Now see next, that is we take the value from the user, then we use a switch case to do the following functions, that is 1 to show, 2 to show 2 and 3 to show 3. Now 1 is for strings, 2 is for wind and 3 is for percussion. Now again we create another function, that is void show, and we pass an integer variable y through it. Now we use switch case, that is case 1 for strings, case 2 for wind and case 3 for perc. Now default case is the wrong choice and hence try again. Then comes our main function, in which we create an object from the derived class, that is typeins ob. We create an object ob.get. Now let's run this program. Now let's go with string instruments and type in 1. So as we can see that it shows that veena, guitar, sitar, sarod and mandolin. Now if you go for 2, that is wind, it goes for flute, clarinet, saxophone, nadoswaram and piccolo. And we go for 3, that is percussion, it shows the percussion instruments, that is tabla, mridangam, bangos, drums and tambour. And the program runs successfully. Now the second program is for the multi-level inheritance. We start the program using hash include IOStream using namespace std. Then we create a class named bird. Now under public, we create the following functions, that is void print. Now cout name. Now we create another class, that is derived class from the base class, and it is protected of the base class. Now under public of the derived class, we create another function void get and in name. Now we take this name from the user. Now void display and we give out print and we close the class. Now we create another derived class, class goose, which is protected of bird again. Public, under the public we get void get in name, where we take in the name from the user, and void display we give print. And we create another derived class, that is class owl, and which is the protector of the base class bird. Now under public we get void get in name and void display and again print, which displays the input. Now in the main function we create an array of size 2. Now the array is of size duck, that is object duck. The array of size of the array is 2. We give out the cout statement as enter ducks. Now for use and for loop to provide the input. Similarly for goose, we create an array and we use a for loop to enter the name of the goose. And again for owl, we again use a for loop to get the input from the user. Now we use a for loop for the output. For int I is equal to 0, I less than max, I plus plus, cout of duck, that is I of display, and then cout for goose, which displays the name of the goose, and cout of owl, which displays the name of the owl. Now let's run this program. Let's name the ducks as Barney, Ted. Now enter goose, Robin, Varun. Enter owl, Joel, Gopi. Now we can enter only 2 each because the size of an array was 2. Now it shows that the duck is Barney, goose is Robin, owl is Joel, again duck is Ted, goose is Varun, owl Gopi. Hence the program runs successfully, and we have done the programs for inheritance, that is for single inheritance and multi-level inheritance. Thank you.